Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Now trackies, oh how right I was. I have to say, I'm enjoying this moment of rightness. You know what I mean? So I did this video recently talking about how Kishane Thompson, could possibly surpass Asafa Powell at his heights. You know what I mean? When we talk about the trending that we have been seeing with Kishane Thompson and the work that has supposedly put in trackies versus the results, I'm like, oh, hold up. There's no way he's new on the scene. There's no way he's not able to train properly and he's still able to run 9.85 seconds. Oh no. When I said that trackies, y'all flipped a lid. How dare I say he could potentially get better than Safa Powell? Or no, some of you even read it wrong. Some of you can't read the room. Um, Some of you thought I was saying he was in this moment better than Asafa Powell. You know what I mean? But anyway, interestingly, this morning, the Jamaica Observer did an article about Kishane Thompson and how he's going to be surpassing his performances in 2023. But interesting track is right at the bottom of that article. And I'm going to share my screen so that you all can see it. And of course, you guys can head on over to the Observer as well and peruse the full article for yourselves. But yes, let me share my screen and let us get into the reading, right? Okay, so here I am at the bottom of the screen, unfortunately. So this is the entire article, right? But this is the part that I really want to focus on. Now, this is Kishane Thompson responding to, a query asked by the Jamaica Observer. And he says here, yes, most certainly I can run a lot faster because seeing the little that I did and I made the most of it, I'm very optimistic that I can do more now and the results are going to be greater. Trackies, let me say that again. Because seeing the little that I did, however, I made the most of it, trackies, and was able to run 9.85 seconds, right? I'm very optimistic that I can do more and the results are going to be greater. Now, please remind me what I said in my video. Kishane Thompson, an injury prone athlete. No, he does highlight that so far injury wise, he's good. You know what I mean? Nothing happening going on, real serious. And they're saying, they're managing it. So that is lovely. So he's optimistic about the year ahead. But track is, let me stop sharing right now and get back into, this lovely Kishane Thompson. And, him confirming Ah, yes, that I was right, that he's indeed a monster of an athlete. Now, as I said, 2023 happened. I didn't know Kishane Thompson before 2023. I've already admitted that. However, I've gone back and I've seen, races of him back in 2022. And I'm like, oh, well, you were there, but child, I didn't know yet. Neither was I checking for you. You know what I mean? But since 2023, clearly I've been looking into Kishane Thompson. I'm like, but hold up. He hasn't been running. You know what I mean? He hasn't been doing anything to speak of, right? Or nothing that's recorded, right? And then when I thought of the fact that Stephen Francis was saying, okay, he's injury prone and, they're managing his races. He's only good for one-off races at the moment. And clearly he's not able to train as much, considering the fact. I'm like, so, oh, you run 9.85 seconds. Where you steer from run 9.85 seconds. I think some of y'all trackies have become spoiled, and that is why especially when I talk about the women, I'll never change the fact that I always say once a woman is running sub 11, that's a phenomenal time. You know what I mean? And when I look at the fact that, all right, Usain Bolt came around, broke the world record 9.58 seconds. We saw the Asafa Pauls clearly, the Americans, the Justin Gatlins, the Tyson Gays, running really fast times, the Johan Blakes as well. And in most recent times, we have, I think that probably like 9-7 guys would be Fred Curley and Christian Coleman, right? But I think we take for granted how good these times really are. You know what I mean? And we're like, okay, when we see an athlete running, 9.8, it's just, it's whatever. And I'm like, no, 9.8 is ridiculous. 9.8 is phenomenal. You know what I mean? So when I look at some of these athletes that have been around for years, doing everything possible to try to break one, 10 seconds, and two, break out at 9.9s. You know how much guys are stuck into 9.9, for years on end, and they haven't been able to progress any further. And here we have a Kishane Thompson in one season run 9.85 seconds. I'm say, look here, trackies, this is a monster in the making. As long as he can remain injury free, look out for him to be stupendous in the future. And considering all of his upsides, trackies, let's not forget his form. He doesn't look the best technically at all over the 100-meter sprint. You know what I mean? And clearly based on all of that, I'm like, if he can get one season in good, 2024, the Olympic year, you know what I mean? I can definitely see Kishane Thompson running 9.7s and potentially even faster. And as I said, and I will not back down from this, you know what I mean? That he could potentially end up being much better than Asafa Powell. And based on what they're saying right here, Trackers, and I don't think Stephen Francis would allow this information to be released at all if, they weren't hitting up on something. And I talked about the fact that, look here, the 60 meters over the weekend did come. You know what I mean? They were supposed to run him and Sherika Jackson, Kishane and Sherika, and them never turn up. I said, look here, Steve Rondia cook up something special. Then we have this, jaw-dropping interview, our article, today about Kishane Thompson. Look here. Plus, there was also something else. Rohan Watson, in his interview, he talked about, he's trying to work on the start of his race, and he spoke about how much running alongside or training alongside Kishane Thompson makes him want to be that much more better because he sees how good he is. So then Rohan Watson, how good he be? Pripstan tell me the time then we might drop in a training. You know what I mean? For you to be coming out here and saying, look here, I want to be better. I see it, somebody that is better than me in training. And I'm like, gosh, what's going on here? I want to be that. You know what I mean? So, trackies, just look out for Kishane. Just look out for Kishane in 2024. He says they're managing his injuries. Good. That's what we want to hear, right? It means that training is going on and everything is all right. It means that potentially we will see much faster times. Not only that, trackies, we can clearly hear Rohan Watson as well saying they were working on the start. Kishane Thompson needs to work on his start. I talked about the fact that the top guys in the world are going to get out and leave you, and you can't necessarily be trying to quote unquote try to catch them. Like even when you look at a Christian Coleman, look at the last race in the season. You know what I mean? Nobody was able to catch him. Noah Lyles wasn't able to catch him. You know what I mean? Noah Lyles has been working on his start for years, and it still has come to nothing. No. You know what I mean? I just think for some athletes, no care how they try, the start will just be the start, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? But for Kishane Thompson, if he's able to get his start to be one of those MVP bullet type of starts that we've seen the likes of Asafa Powell display, or technically well executed start, Shelly and Fraser Price display as well, then what is going to happen for him this 2024 season? A monster awaits us, trackies. Right. Now it's time for y'all to sound off in the comment section below and pop my color. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to hear nothing in the comment section, no. Because you see when me wrong, on the comment in the comment section, can't drag me if you feel. You know what I mean? Drag me all over the place. Like me and Una fight. I just leave me in the dust. So you see it when I'm right. You know what I mean? You all need to step up and say, yo, T, so you were onto something. Hey man, listen. Oh yeah, and for those in the comment section asking me, or for that one person in the comment section asking me, my history with the sport. Um, as it stands right now, track is everything here that I do on TXT Track Time speaks for itself very loud and clear. And if that's not enough for you, then I'm sorry. Now with that said, sound off. Like the video and subscribe. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.